Hey, Michelle here. I've heard from a few people over the past week that one of their goals for 2019 is to start a website or a blog. So I thought I would give you a few tips to get started in doing that. So I have 4 tips today to get your blog up and running quickly and on your own. So I've been making websites since about 2002. Hey, Freddie. And the reason I started making websites was because my grandmother passed away. And she was kind of the glue that held our family together and connected, helped us stay connected. So at the funeral, I talked to my family. Hey, Denise. I talked to my family about trying to learn how to design a website so that we could all stay connected because we all live in totally different places. So that's what I did. I learned to code in 2002. I usually learned between the hours of like 10 p.m. and 2 a.m., but I did get it done. And ever since then, I've designed websites. I've kept it up. Sometimes I've done it full-time, sometimes I've done it freelance, but I've kept it up for a long time. So it's something that's really fun for me, and it's something that, to an extent, anyone can get started if they want to. So, hey, Deborah. So, coding is not 100% necessary for just getting something up. If you like to write, if you want to kind of post about a topic and get that blog or website up and running for a specific purpose. Coding can definitely help you in further design and further aspects of your website, but it's not 100% necessary just to get started. So I'm going to give you 4 tips to get up and running, and then you of course can go from there. So the first step is to buy a domain name, and that's the part that's a www.whatever.com. You'll come up with your website name depending on what your interests are, and you'll go to GoDaddy or a similar website and type it in and see if it's available. If it's available, you buy it. Done. Super easy, super quick. The second step is to find a host. I tend to use HostGator. I've used a couple different hosting platforms, but I tend to go with HostGator, and a lot of my websites are with that, so I've just added them on and kept using them. It's been a long time since then. But there are a lot of different hosting plans with a lot of different options, so you can just do some research, decide what's best for you, and pick that host. But once you find the host, if you're not going with GoDaddy, you have to go back to GoDaddy and point your name servers. And I know that sounds kind of like complicated, but it's really not. All you're doing is telling your www.whatever.com to talk to the host you just decided to go with your website. So the third step is to install WordPress. There are a couple different platforms you can use. I would highly recommend WordPress, especially for new designers. So if you're totally new to this website design thing, I would definitely go with WordPress. They have the most flexibility, the most options, and are pretty good on SEO, search engine optimization. So that's not necessarily something that you have to worry about right off the bat. Hey, Autumn. But I would definitely go with WordPress as a newbie. And then your 4th step is going to be installing a theme. So once you pick your WordPress as your platform, that's basically your back end of the website. That's like the structure of it. But that's not going to do anything for what it looks like when people go to www.whatever.com. That's not going to be what they see. So the WordPress theme that you choose is the design of it. It's the look and feel for the user who's visiting your website. So you can go to wordpress.org and look through a bunch of themes. You can go, there are third-party websites that offer themes for WordPress. You're usually going to pay for a decent theme. You don't have to pay a lot for a decent theme. Right now I'm exclusively designing in a theme called Divi, which is by Elegant Themes, and I can drop a link somewhere if you wanted to explore that. But that is, right now, it's my favorite, my absolute favorite WordPress theme because of its flexibility and it's customization. So I exclusively design in that, and all the websites look totally different because of the options available through that theme. So I actually have a fifth tip. It's the absolute most important thing that you need to do before you start putting content on your site. It's the most important thing, and it's a bonus step. So if you want this bonus step, and if you want a step-by-step video on how to do the 4 other steps that I mentioned, then private message me, and I will send all of that out to you. I don't think they're very long videos. They're like 1 minute to 4 minutes long, but they will walk you through every step that you need to take to get that up and running. So those 5 steps total will take you probably less than half an hour to complete. And then you'll move on to your full design of what you want your website to look like. So it's really, really not difficult to get started with a WordPress website. And it's not expensive either. The most expensive part of doing it is probably your hosting plan, but you usually pay for like 1 to 2 years out from that. You usually just pay like a bulk fee. You wouldn't pay month to month necessarily. So you'll just, I'm trying to think what other costs you might have. You'll definitely have a domain name cost up front, but it usually doesn't run very much, especially in the introductory period. They'll offer, especially GoDaddy, will offer like an introductory plan for 1 to 5 years that you can get. And then you do have free WordPress theme options. You also have paid WordPress theme options. So depending on your interests and your flexibility and your budget, then you can go from free to paid. So like I said, message me if you have any questions, if you want the step-by-step tutorials, and if you want that 5th bonus step, that's the most important part before you actually start your design, then message me for those. All right, have a great day. Bye.